Afternoon everyone, and welcome to another exciting lesson in chemistry. So now we are looking at what we call the contact process. So the contact process is the method that is used in the preparation of sulphuric acid, the strong acid that we are almost all conversant with. So how is it prepared? So the first thing that is important are the raw materials. So the raw materials are sulfur, air, and water. So how now do they use these to create this sulphuric acid? So firstly, when we are talking about the beginning process, it's that when you realize, you understand to say sulphuric acid has got this chemical formula, H2SO4. So meaning to say, how do we reach this state? So already from water we need an hydrogen. From air we need an oxygen. So at first, the first process is we need to react these two. So the first procedure, it is sulfur burns So the first thing is that sulfur has to burn in oxygen. So the reaction is sulfur plus the oxygen in gas state will, when these two react, they are going to produce the substance which we know as sulfur dioxide. So that is the first part of the contact process. Then the other equation or the other procedure is that the sulfur dioxide so the other procedure is that sulfur dioxide burns in oxygen. In other terms, you can say sulfur dioxide now burns in more oxygen. So the reaction is that what will be involved is, as we know, sulfur dioxide is SO2 in gas state, reacts with oxygen to produce sulfur trioxide. So sulfur dioxide burns in oxygen to produce what we call sulfur trioxide. So for this reaction to take place, there are conditions of which they are mostly asked in an exam. What are the conditions for this second part of the reaction? So the temperature should be equal to 450 degrees Celsius. So this one is the temperature. So the reaction is that if you lower this temperature, the reaction will be too slow. And if you increase above this temperature, the production of sulfur trioxide will not be possible because the bond will be broken down by excess heat. So the temperature that is used is 450 degrees Celsius. The other thing that is used there is what we call the catalyst. So as we know, a catalyst is a substance that simply speeds up the rate of the chemical reaction. So the catalyst should be used. Now this catalyst is named as vanadium. So this is read as vanadium 5 oxide. So if we look at this compound, it's V2O5. So this is the catalyst that is used for the contact process. So remember, it is at this stage that this will be used. The temperature of 450 degrees Celsius, as well as the catalyst, which is vanadium 5 oxide. Then from there, the reaction, the sulfur trioxide So then from there, the sulfur trioxide is dissolved. So the sulfur trioxide is dissolved in cold, already made sulphuric acid. So the reaction is quite exothermic. That's why they don't use water. So they use the already made sulfur, the sulphuric acid, which is cold. So when it is passed down in this, there will be a reaction which is sulfur trioxide plus the sulphuric acid will be able to produce a compound which is this. So this is the one that is produced. Now, what is produced is an oily substance. An oily substance so it is an oily substance called oleum. So this is the substance that is produced, and its chemical formula is this. Therefore, there is now need for the last part. As you can see, we haven't used the water. So the last part of the process is that oleum, which is H2S2O7, is diluted. So whenever we are dealing with the term diluted, it means to say water is added. So when it is diluted, it produces this compound which we call the sulphuric acid. So the reaction is that oleum, which is H2S, when it is diluted, it is able to produce the strong acid that we all know to be sulphuric acid. So this is how the preparation of sulphuric acid is done using the contact process. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you will subscribe and follow for more.